So this is Naughty Dog's quite brilliant The Last of Us. In this section, Joel, he's the main character that the camera's following there, and Ellie, who's a 14-year-old kid that he's trying to help across America, are approaching a hydroelectric dam, and as they get a bit nearer, we'll start to hear them have a little chat about it, and the camera will pan around and you'll be able to see Ellie.
Whoa, what's that?
Right there's a hydroelectric power plant. It uses the river's movement and turns it into electricity.
How does it do that?
Look, I know what it is, I don't know how it does it.
Alright. How are we getting across?
So the America that this is set in is kind of 20 years after a zombie apocalypse. So you've got pockets of humans and you've got pockets of pretty horrific zombies. But this section, certainly the start of it anyway, is kind of one of those quieter moments during the game where it's just Joel and Ellie and the environment. And it's these sections that, more than anything else, that really help to bring the two characters to life.
Well, that gets us halfway. If we get the other one up, we'll make it across.
So Joel's got to try and find a way to get Ellie across to the other side of the platform so that she can open the floodgate for him. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the water.
I'll find something. Just hang tight.
It took me a little while to figure out what I had to do here. So a bit like with Uncharted, eventually the game starts giving you a hint. And you'll see now as I dive down into the water. Give it a bit of thought. There you go, dive in. Actually the game's highlighted with a little icon there what I've got to do. So I've got to swim underneath this building and hit the triangle button on the indicator and then jumps to a little cutscene and Joel releases a bit of wood that he can push up and I'll come back to the surface and he'll grab hold of that and move it across to Ellie.
I know. Step on the fucking pallet.
So that's probably like the second or third time I think in the game where you've kind of had to pull this little manoeuvre. And I love Ellie's little reaction there where it's like, oh yeah, I know what I've got to do, I've got to jump on the fucking pallet. Just brilliant. So Ellie will jump up and move across and we can pan back a little bit, swim out. And you see Ellie will now turn that, which means I can now swim back across, or Joel can swim back across, jump up onto the platform and get across the other side. And you can see just like the little simple movement bits are all very natural looking. It's been brilliantly motion captured.
I will.
Teamwork. Yeah.
So they climb across, and this is one of those nice little touches in the game.
That's too small of a grave.
I forgot to leave that stupid robot on his grave. What should I do with it?
Ellie.
What? I want to talk about it.
No.
Why not?
How many times do we need to go over this? Things happen, and we move on.
It's just...
That's enough.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Let's get to Tommy's.
So Tommy is Joel's brother, and you've been making your way across America to try and find him because he'll be able to get Ellie to where Ellie needs to be. And I'll let this play out because this is quite a cool little cutscene. If you haven't played the game, you might want to stop watching at this point because this is fairly spoilerific from this point on.
Don't even think about reaching for your weapon. Tell the girl to drop hers now.
Ellie, do as the lady says.
Hey.
Please tell me you're lost.
Oh, we didn't know the place was occupied. We're just trying to make our way through.
Through to where?
They're all right.
But you know these people?
Know him. He's my goddamn brother.
Tommy.
Holy shit.
How you doing, baby brother?
Goddamn.
Yeah.
Let me look at you. You get fucking old.
Easy. It's going to happen to you, too.
This is Maria. Be nice to her. She sort of runs things around here.
Ma'am, thanks for not blowing my head off.
Would have been embarrassing, considering you're my brother-in-law.
We all gotta get wrangled up at some point.
Ellie, right?
Yeah.
What brings you through here?
That's kind of a long story.
Why don't we bring him inside?
Yeah. You hungry?
Starving.
Okay, so about 20 minutes later in the game, the base that Tommy's holed up in gets attacked by a bunch of bandits, so this is a good opportunity to show you some more kind of gunplay. It's really reminiscent of Uncharted, but it's a lot looser feeling, so Joel is, a much older guy than Nate is from the Uncharted series, and he doesn't handle guns anywhere near as well. But there's lots of similarities, so you over-the-shoulder shooting. As you can see, I've got quite good with that rifle. But the great thing about this game is that you're constantly thinking about your ammunition. So you can see there that I'm good, 2/3 of the way through the game probably at this point, and I've got 2 bullets for that rifle left. So you're always managing your ammunition right the way through. As you can see, I've got a torch there that I can click on and off as well. You can see when I duck down, it's lighting up that thing in front of me. You can click that off. You'll see at this point that I've lost a fair bit of health, and I'm losing some more there. I've moved on to the pistol, which I take that guy out with, and then I'll pause, and to heal you have to actually move to use a medipack, and then actually takes time for him to apply the bandages to himself, and all that kind of happens in real time. So if you've got a horde of zombies attacking you, you've got no chance to apply a band-aid. So I move through into this room and pull out a shotgun now, which I haven't got much in the way of bullets to go for. Sometimes they're a one-hit kill if you're close enough like that, but most of the time it's probably 2 shots. So I'm just picking up a few bullets off the ground here as I'm moving through. I think there's one more guy in this section. Yeah, it's right behind me. And again, a shotgun. He then comes in and attacks me, and it's a bit of a kind of bash on the square button. And actually, there you go. I've just kicked him in the face to take him out, and he's dropped a few bullets. But the ammunition is really scarce right the way through the game, so you never find that you've got much at all, and it makes the whole thing that much more tense. And you'll see here as I swap to the back to the rifle that it takes time to change the weapons over. And this has got a zoom on it as well, so it's a bit like a sniper rifle. Terrible shot. Take that guy out. I guess what I'm sort of trying to show you with this video is the different elements of gameplay that you've got in The Last of Us. So although I will get a zombie video up at some point as well, but for the most part the game kind of shifts between these really quiet moments where it's just Ellie and Joel interacting as they move through an area, to really quite hectic bits like this where Joel's trying to fight off hordes of either undead or bandits that they're attacking. And quite a lot of the time is you'll kill people and then you'll stumble across a note they might have left behind or something, and you realise that you've maybe taken out someone who's got a family, and it makes the whole thing that much more alive. The whole world that you're playing through is far more alive than any game I've played of this kind of nature. So it's definitely action-packed and tense. I don't know whether I'd describe it as an enjoyable experience most of the time. You're just stressing about what you've got in terms of weaponry. You know, this section here, I must have gone through nearly all of my ammunition. And the next piece of the game, which I haven't played yet, has got, I'm unsure, more guys that I'm going to need to try and take out. And you can sometimes play kind of stealthily. But a lot of the time, a game like in this section is sort of forcing you really to take people out with guns, or as in this case, I get into a fight with this guy and use my iron bar to take him out. So that's a brief kind of synopsis of what The Last of Us is like. Dark, bleak, and really very, very good indeed.